So you thinking about moving to Kansas City? Maybe Kansas City's most premier shopping and entertainment district? Well, hey, good news in this video, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. Kansas City's most premier shopping and entertainment district. And if you stick around to the end, we're going to go look at some houses that are within walking distance of the Country Club Plaza at from $600,000 all the way up to $1.35 million. And we're going to get started right now. Hey, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, you want to know everything there is to know about living in Kansas City and places like the Country Club Plaza, then click subscribe, hit that little bell for notifications so you can be the first to know of the current market right here in the KC metro area. My name is Zach Morton. My business partner Max Jones, the Mojo Real Estate team, and I have been helping people move to Kansas City for over 20 years. We absolutely love it. We get calls and texts and emails from people just like you every single day. Hey, and that's what makes us tick, but you don't have to take our word for it. See what our clients have to say with over 600 verified 5-star Google reviews from folks just like you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, you just pick up that phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, drop us an email, even schedule a Zoom call so we can chat with you about your goals and help you on that seamless transition into your new neighborhood or into your new Plaza Country Club experience. So, hey, here we are right now. I am at the Bristol. The owners of the Bristol were nice enough. They've got a great vantage point with a 2-story restaurant entertainment. So I'm up here on the balcony overlooking the Country Club Plaza. As your view looking that way is going to be to the south. And then if we pan around this way, you'll be looking to the north. So north will put you right in Kansas City's downtown, just 4 miles up the road. As we look to the west over here, that is 1 mile to Kansas. We are on the Missouri side right here. And then of course to the south, just 1 block away, is the famous Brush Creek. And one of the properties that we're gonna look at is just on the other side of that creek. So that's just kind of how it's laid out. To give you a little bit of an idea of what you've got going on here at the Country Club Plaza, it was designed back in 1923 by J.C. Nichols. So there's lots of streets named after that whole process and some of the people involved. When you're down here in Kansas City, you'll see that. But 1923, and it was the world's first shopping center that was designed for people to arrive by car. So pretty sweet setup. It also has kind of a Spanish or a Spain kind of architecture theme to it. And it was also the first one that was set up that way too, where everything is designed in the same kind of cohesive plan where it all kind of goes together. There is a total of 18 buildings. And within those 18 buildings in this 55-acre footprint of retail, restaurant, and entertainment space, you'll find over 120 restaurants, entertainment, and retail just right down here in that 55 acres. So, and 50 of those shops are going to be just local to Kansas City. So I mean, this is the most premier shopping in Kansas City. You go way down in Overland Park to find some other big box kind of shopping, but this is more boutique-y, more upscale. If it's anywhere in Kansas City, it's going to be here. You've got you covered. So you can really just come down here. You can spend a whole day down here. We will go look at Luce Park briefly. That's kind of where the name came from. Luce Park was kind of the country club of Kansas City, and it's still one of the oldest and most prestigious parks, kind of set up like, you know, nowhere near the size of Central Park in New York, but still in the middle of the city, very sizable, huge mature trees, open fields with big paths meandering through it. So absolutely incredible. So when they built that, and of course all the houses around that parkway, were all nice. It's a country club, right? It's nice and fancy. So when they developed this, they borrowed that name and are calling it the Country Club Plaza. And the plaza's like Seville, Spain. In fact, the tallest tower, you can't quite see it from here, but we'll get a shot of it. The tallest tower here in this area was mimicked, or a replica of a tower, I can't remember the name of it, but from Seville, Spain. So that's kind of the ongoing theme. Something else is it was the first shopping area that was going to bring in traffic by car. Like normally when you pull into a shopping center, right, you're going to see big parking lots and big flat areas full of parking. Well, we're downtown, we're right in the middle of everything right here, so they don't have that. So this was the first spot where they decided they were going to use underground parking and stack cars, which is pretty common these days, but this was the first place to do it. So they are adding, that's a fairly new parking garage over there since, but even in the middle of the Country Club Plaza, there's going to be underground parking, and just super forward thinking to make this dream a reality. So if you are coming down here to hang out, or you're coming to Kansas City to look at some real estate, you should definitely come down here and experience this for an afternoon. Come down for lunch or dinner, it's a great place. But kind of how it was designed, we talked about Luce Park just being to the south. Ward Parkway is a really prestigious boulevard that they call a parkway. That comes up from that and delivers you right into the plaza, and along that will be mansions and houses. In fact, one of the houses we're going to go look at is right on Ward Parkway, built almost 100 years ago. But that was kind of the theme. So you have this nice meandering boulevard that rolls right into the plaza, and that's how it's set up to access and enjoy everything, all the best that Kansas City has to offer. Once you get here, I would recommend there are some, you can get online and find some scavenger hunts. There's over 75 original artworks, fountains, and architecture that were kind of built into this development that are kind of fun to go find. In fact, one of the most famous one, you know, Kansas City is called the City of Fountains because we must have a lot of fountains. I don't know how many we have, but there is a lot along the boulevard coming in, or the parkway coming in, and just throughout the plaza. So you definitely check that out. But just down at the east end, you'll see the Four Horsemen, which they're a bunch of guys sitting on horses getting ready to explode, like as the expansion westward, because a lot of, you know, had a lot of people getting off the boat here and started making their way to Oregon, so kind of signify that. But there's a lot of history and a lot of cool architecture. So as you're walking around down here, definitely kind of keep an eye out for that and look for that. Something else that the Country Club Plaza is known for is way back in the beginning, there was one store down here that put up a strand of light bulbs just before Christmas. I think it was like 30 light bulbs over their front door of their building to, you know, signify, hey, Christmas, you know, come on in, we're being nice and festive down here. And since then, every year they have added more and more lights. I don't know if you can see even the lights over there. There's tens of thousands of lights now, and it has just been this ongoing tradition. Everybody's involved. There's tens of thousands of people that come down just to watch on Thanksgiving night. They flip the switch, and it's usually somebody famous or somebody in the news or somebody that did something local to Kansas City a lot of times. Will flip the switch, and this whole place just goes 55 acres of Christmas. It's like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when he finally figures out to flip that switch. So it's absolutely incredible. They keep adding to it every year, the trees, the buildings. In fact, you can get flights. We have some private pilots that are friends of the Mojo family, and if you want to, it's a great romantic, if you're down here that time of year between Thanksgiving and Christmas, a nice romantic thing you can do with the missus, where you take out of downtown Wheeler Airport on a little Cessna, and they'll fly you over downtown Kansas City. So anyway, that's a really cool tradition that I think you need to know about, but I think we've pretty much touched on a lot of this. We'll drive down a couple streets and show you some of the shops. We might follow this up with a map video too to point out some of the restaurants, but if you just get on a Google map, if you're wondering what kind of shops, what kind of restaurants are here, hop on the Google map and hover over everything, and you're gonna see there is all kinds of stuff. There's walking trails down by Brush Creek on both sides. There's bridges, so super walkable. It's what it's designed for. Come down here for lunch or dinner. I wouldn't say it's really a late night hangout kind of place, but definitely come down here for the day, come down here for the evening, and you're not gonna be bored. You might go home with no money, but you're not gonna be bored. So, hey, I think that pretty much sums up the Plaza Premier Shopping District. So why don't we go take a look at some houses, right? That's what you wanna see, is if this is kind of your jam, this is kind of your vibe, you're kind of a hipster, the artsy type, wants to be close to the action, let's go see what you can get within walking distance of the Country Club Plaza. Let's do it. right, so here we are coming up on our first house. We are, just to point out, just about 2 blocks away from the Country Club Plaza. You can see it just at the bottom of that hill, so super close, which makes this a really nice property. This is a townhouse, so you do own it, but you are connected to the rest of these properties. This one is coming in right at $660. You have a nice private courtyard right through here that takes you then into your front door and gets you right into the living room. So this property is absolutely beautiful. They've updated it, done a lot of cool stuff inside. You get the wood floors from the inside, and then as you get into the kitchen, they've tastefully redone that kitchen. It looks great with quartz countertops, super cool lighting, and lots of natural light in there too, with a nice big bar with double ovens. It's really been updated for like kind of today's standards and what you would find in new construction. As you go up to the steps, there's a really cool vault with more wood floors, a fireplace, and then you've got vaulted bedrooms for the master, and there is a second bedroom. Now there's also space for an office or possibly a third bedroom, but it's built as a 2-bedroom, 3.5 bath, right at $660 with 2,200 square feet. So when you do the math on that, that's about $296 a square foot, but you're also going to have to factor in there is an HOA with a townhome style property, and that's $650 a month. So that's going to jump your payment up a little bit more unless you're paying cash, of course. So all things considered, it is a really cool property, and it's all about location, location, location. We're just right down there where those stoplights, if you can see those in the camera here. All right, so I think that's a wrap here. Let's go check out house number 2. All right, so here we are at our second house. We are right on Ward Parkway. That's actually a boulevard, but anyway. Ward Parkway, a very prestigious street full of nothing but mansions and large homes all the way down it. And this one right here is the closest one for sale right now to the plaza. So we are within walking distance to the plaza shopping area, so I wanted to make sure I got this one on the list. This is coming in right at $900,000. And what that's going to get you is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 2-car garage home right on Ward Parkway that was built in 1925. So super cool, a lot of history. If those walls could talk, I can only imagine what they would say. But this is square foot wise, we are almost 5,000, right at 4,800 square feet. So lots of square feet, lots of storage space. I'm like in a wind tunnel right now. Done absolutely beautifully. They've got the wood floors in there that, you know, original wood floors that have been finished. That's one of my, I love real wood floors, but you know, when they have the character from 1925, I mean, can you imagine this house back in 1925? I wonder what the people did. I mean, pretty incredible. Probably had something to do with the oil business, because that's a lot of square feet for 1925. But anyway, still has a lot of that charm and character, but then they've also done a lot of updates as well to make it more modern with like the double ovens and the islands. It does have a butler's kitchen, lots of space in there, so big expansive rooms, which you could probably imagine. So it makes it really great for entertaining. Large bedrooms. There's even like a private mother-in-law's quarter that has all the amenities, so kind of private space if you have somebody that's staying for a while, staying for short term. We're going to try to get out of the wind. You've got that option as well. One of my favorite things about this one is you do have the a nice private patio on the back. It's got a privacy wall around it. Some people have privacy fences. This one has a privacy wall, so you're nice and secluded and private, and then you also still have a little bit of a backyard if you have pets and need to let them go out and do their business. So coming in right at $183 a square foot, being this close to the plaza, I mean, that's pretty incredible price per square foot. I mean, for a home that's almost 100 years old. So looks really good from the outside. So anyway, great property. That's house number 2. Actually, let's pan around real quick so you can see what else we got down here. And then the plaza is just, you can see some of those big office buildings at the end of the street, so that's where you'd walk. We've got tennis courts right across the street, school right across the street over there, so lots of amenities, you know, right around here besides the plaza. So anyway, let's go and check out house number 3. Well, here we are at house number 3. It's right there. I'm going to turn around in just a second, but I just wanted to give you a quick review of where we are. Just across that street right there is the Country Club Plaza. So again, walking distance on all of these, really close with a great view of, you know, the whole area, shopping area. So now I'm going to pan around a little bit and show you what we got behind you. This property right here, it is actually a duplex. We're actually just selling the side on the right here. Is $1.35 million. And what you're gonna get for that, it's super cool. This has been totally, it was built in the 1970s. Of course, since then, it's been totally renovated. Turned out absolutely amazing. I'm gonna flash up some photos so you can see what's going on in there. But from the living room and the kitchen, you've got brand new quartz countertops where the kind of water falls over the edge. You've got updated appliances, so you've got the convection wall-mounted oven and microwave combo, flush mount refrigerator. We've got the natural colored wood floors throughout the property too, and then just really well done, nice and contemporary. Super cool for down here in this kind of downtown trendy artsy entertainment district. So really fits the bill. This bank of windows right here that's going to lead you off the balcony, that's going to allow you to take in these views. They open up and then they slide back, so you can completely open up that wall of windows to just open it up to the living room and entertaining. And then you've got big spacious master suite. You've got the master baths have been totally redone and look absolutely amazing too. So just everything throughout this property screams, you know, schwankiness. You're living right down here on the Country Club Plaza. So that's kind of what you can get down here. Even the garage, it looks like a surgery center. All white with white epoxy floors. Just looks incredible. So anyway, just wanted to give you a good idea of what you can get down here. That is coming in at, let's see, 2,100 square feet. When we do the math on that, that's coming in at $630 a square foot, which is a new record for my YouTube channel on price per square foot. So anyway, but you know, location, that's what we talk about. You're right down here in the hot spot where everybody's coming from everywhere in the city and everyone wants to be, so that's what you get. But anyway, well, hey, you know what? I really appreciate you watching this video, learning a little bit about Kansas City's premier shopping entertainment district and what it's like to live around it right here in the center of Kansas City on the Missouri side. If you have questions, you can always leave them in there. We'd love to get questions, likes, subscribes, all that good stuff. But just remember, it's all about you. You've got a couple friends in the business, so when you're ready, just reach out and we'll look forward to chatting with you. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.